In this Autodesk Maya tutorial, we're going to combine multiple Mixamo animations and blend them together on the same character. We're going to use the time editor. That way we can import multiple FBXs for our character. The first thing to do is bring our character in as a T-pose. I'll go to File, Import, and I have a T-pose right here. You can easily download a T-pose from Mixamo. Now that my character is imported as a T-pose, I need to open up a new window. The best thing to do is in the workspace in the top right of Maya, select Animation. Then, if we don't see the time editor, we have the dope sheet, the graph editor. I can scroll right down on this tab and I can select time editor. If for some reason you don't see this tab, you can go to Windows, Animation Editors, Time Editor. With the time editor window open, I want to select the entire skeleton. I can do that by selecting the hips, then under Select Hierarchy. Now everything is selected of my character's skeleton, and I can just click this plus button, Add Selected Content from the Scene. And here we have an animation clip. It doesn't really do anything, and if I scroll out, you can see it only goes from frame 0 to frame 1. But I've downloaded some other FBXs of animations from Mixamo, and I downloaded them without skins because it saves on memory and disk space. But you can download them with the skins as well. Bring up your file browser, and then I can simply drag the FBXs into the time editor inside Maya. Here I'm dragging in this happy idle, and now it is right here inside the time editor. And if I move the playhead, you can see how it switches to the idle animation. And this is like a non-linear video editor, so I can move this clip down, and I can click the T-pose animation. If I go over to Edit, I can select Loop. And now if I drag this out, notice it loops the T-pose. So now the T-pose goes more frames. And then I can bring my happy idle animation over. And if I drag it on top, notice how I get an automatic transition. So if I press play right here, it transitions from the T-pose to the idle animation. Probably you would delete the T-pose, but that works for now. I can drag this out to have more frames in my timeline. Then I'll bring in a walking animation. Here's the walking, and I can just drag this right on top of the idle. I'll put the playhead here and then press play. And you can see how it transitions from idle to walking. And then once again, I can click on the walking, edit, and then select loop. That allows me to just drag this out as many times as I want. The character will keep walking for a while. Then I'll bring in my joyful jump, and then I'll drag the joyful jump on top of the walking, and even if it's looped, it still does that nice transition automatically. If I press play, joyful jump. Then if I want to have all of these animations actually baked out to keyframes within my character in the scene, I can select them all, select bake, and then I can either bake to a new clip or I can bake to a new clip and delete. I can bake to the scene or bake to the scene and delete. These would make actual clips of that animation that you can use in the nonlinear video editor. I'm just going to bake to the scene and delete. So now everything disappears. Back to my timeline here, you can see all of those keyframes are now blended together and actually within Maya. This allows me then to add layers to my animation or anything else. So hopefully this allows you to quickly import a Mixamo T-pose and then blend together other Mixamo animations within Maya. Happy 3D modeling!